Hi, this is Stacy of Ellis Family Farms, and it's Monday, so let's look around and see what's going on. You decide to come out and get out of the sun because it's kind of hot today, huh? Well, my brooder has quickly turned into a place to dry onions. So, and I still need to get cleaned out after we took the meat birds out, but that's okay. I'll get it later. I just need some. As you know from my last video, I had to get the birds out of here fast. And looks like Tom cleaned up most of the food mess for me. We didn't catch that snake though. I don't know where he is. I bet he's in here somewhere. I've been leaving the door open for the ducklings. And actually it's probably a little cooler underneath there anyway because they've got shade from the weeds and there's a little bit of a roof here too. So sometimes in the evenings they come out, but they've been kind of chicken. They don't get out much. And I really want to integrate them with the other ducks eventually, but we'll get there, I guess, sometime. And these guys are loving the new digs. It didn't take them hardly any time at all to get the grass crunched down here. I don't know if you can see them others way back up in the shade, but yeah, I get the feeling they were really ready to get out of the brooder anyway. And I still got some tall grass in there, but I think that's kind of okay too because that provides a little bit more shade for them. I mean, it's only the 80s, upper 80s, but still, if you have to be outside all the time, that's pretty hot. But they're liking it. They're pretty chill right now. This morning they were running around and flapping their wings and doing stuff, but they seem to be pretty happy right now. You can kind of see Tom's corn growing here. It desperately needs to be weeded, but I haven't gotten this far yet. And I don't know, it goes from like really raining to it's pretty dry right now. Here's our cucumber, the one that survived. And it's actually, of course you can see the blooms, but you can also see, well, maybe the cucumber there. And another one or two coming in right there. So we might actually have some cucumbers in the next day or two. Got a little squash. And of course we've got more blooms. This poor little thing is looking a little bit rough, but these others are looking pretty good. And I think these are zucchini up here. And the blooms are looking pretty good on it. I harvested some peppers this morning. Well, one jalapeno, and I'm able to get a few tomatoes out of here and there, and that's cool. Most of these are Romas here, and these are bell peppers here. And I haven't had any big enough to harvest yet, but let me see if I can show you one here. I'm hoping, yeah, there's one right there. So they're still pretty little. And then we've got, so you can see that kind. Those are going to be like in clusters of 6 or 8. But they're bigger than I thought they were going to be. Because I thought they were going to be like cherry tomatoes. But they are still going to be, these are going to be relatively small tomatoes. And then, I don't know what these are, but they're going to be pretty good size. And they're not Romas. Maybe those are the better boys or big boys or whatever it is that Tom bought. Probably, which means I probably should have put them in cages. But so far they're doing pretty good. And my Romas, they're getting there. They're turning, and I don't have enough turn yet to can any yet, but I'm sure I will pretty soon. And that'll be pretty cool. I forgot to show you over here by the meat bird pen. But those are some sunflowers. The lady who used to stay here, she fed her chickens like sunflower seeds on. She did a lot of whole grain stuff. So we've got some other interesting stuff growing in here too. Just don't know what it is, but it looks like they're getting some sunflowers, which is good because my sunflowers I planted have not come up. I've been harvesting these yellow onions little by little as the tops have been turning brown on them, and that's kind of cool. That's what you saw on the rack earlier. So that won't be too much longer before they get harvested out. Of course, I got more weeds here, and we got more onions coming up through here. And down in here we've got some bunching onions that you can't see, and I've got a little bit of carrots. And my radishes they were just weird, and they're still working on it, but I haven't had enough of anything that looked good enough to eat. One of our Pekin ducks disappeared last week, so I'm down to 3 white Pekin ducks and the 1 drake. And I haven't seen any evidence of what happened to her. There is no telling. And this set of daylilies is still looking pretty good. You can see where some of them are dying off and everything. I've already harvested some blackberries for the day, but you can see where I'm still going to have several days worth of blackberries to harvest through here, and that's going to be very nice. Looking forward to that. Well, I mean, I've got some put up in the freezer, and so they're looking pretty good. I will tell you, I have had enough of my fill of snakes. Back up in here this morning was where one of the ducks had laid her eggs, and I hadn't gotten to it yet, and then I'm over here weeding away, and all of a sudden I'm looking, there's another huge black snake swallowing one of my eggs. And I went and got my pistol and I shot it. I know it's a black snake, it's taking care of stuff, but they're eating all my stuff here too. I mean, they are eating voles, and that's good, but they're also eating my chickens and my eggs. And I shot it. It got away though. There's blood, and I hate not killing something good, but it probably isn't going to last much longer. Hopefully. Looks like I definitely need to get out here and harvest these garlic. That's okay. I can do that. I'll be getting over here pretty soon. And look at my poor grapes. They're just all dried up on the vine. I might have a few on some other plants that are going to do something, but generally it's looking like I'm not going to have any grape harvest this year at all. And I forgot to show you my table here. I don't know what's going on with this parsley. I keep having little leaves that start turning yellow, and I keep pruning them off. And then I bought a parsley, and then I'm discovering there's a basil growing up in the middle of it. And what I thought was basil is actually peppermint. But the thyme and the rosemary, it's looking good. I still haven't done anything with this poor sweet potato. And here's another. Here's the basil I bought. And this is a dill that I planted and actually grew. So the herbs and stuff are looking pretty good. And it's kind of cool when you can come out here and harvest from there. And of course, Kinzie thought that was funny. That's why she did that one. Well, that's all I got for my Monday update. I got to start mowing and see if I can get a little bit more work done around here.